this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill no one.
Wait a second.
Oh, no.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies. We like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings, everyone. Here we are with First Impressions. This is the first episode of a show that I decided to start. It's a pretty simple show. I'm going to just be giving the first impression of things I've watched. I've had this as a request from a couple people, so I decided, well, why not just go through with it? If you're expecting a psychoanalysis, you ain't getting it. This is purely first impressions. This will help me also save the psychoanalysis ones for films that I truly like and want to get into more, and I want other people to know about, which really was the reason why I started the film psychoanalysis series to begin with. So today, let's talk about this. First impression of Ghostquake. I've been hunting this down for a while. I'm going to admit, when I started out in this business, I was a big fan of Cool Duder and Wet Movie 1. Both of them are collectors. They do similar stuff to what I do on my channel. I've evolved a little bit. They've evolved a lot more. So it's kind of there. And I really just wanted to get movies that they were in. I just enjoy collecting those things. So I had been searching for Ghostquake for a while for a reasonable price. Reasonable being about 20 or under. Now, there is an additional version of this, which I'll try and put up above so that you can see it. Now, this one is out. It's a bit cheaper. It's a little bit more available, but it is a cut version of the film. I don't know how much they cut out of it, but I really don't like anything being cut from the film. I'd rather have the whole film, and I do have it. So let's talk a little bit about Danny Trejo in Ghostquake. So with this out-of-print copy, you get the full film, plus on top of that, you get subtitles. Actually, I shouldn't mock subtitles because there are a lot of films out there that do not have subtitles. And this is a problem. I'm getting older. My hearing is starting to go. I really do appreciate having subtitles. It just helps me catch everything that they're saying. Now, this is an older one, so it also talks about widescreen format being a thing because there were still some full-screen movies out there, which is pretty funny in my opinion, and some trailers. So not a bad thing on here. So let's talk about the plot of Ghostquake. So what we have here is we have a school filled with individuals, and this school has a past with this kind of sadistic headmaster, and the grandson of this headmaster has changed his name, but he inherited some stuff from his grandfather, these kind of weird gold coin thingies. One of the teachers wants to harness the power of the gold coins and ends up accidentally dropping one on the floor at the basement of the school, which just so happened to be a secret area that summoned the ghost of this guy and one of his followers back from the grave. Where, of course, he starts just totally harassing all the students. Well, harassing, much less harassing, more killing. And of course, in these, you've got multiple kids who have, you got your stereotypes, and Cool Duder is the computer nerd in this category. This is back before he lost all the weight, so if you want to see full-weight Cool Duder, this is one of the movies to get it. Danny Trejo plays the janitor. He does have a decent role in it, but don't look for him until really the last half of the movie, which is understandable. You got to pay for them. I do find it interesting that he's on the cover when though he's a part of the movie, he's not a part of it until later on in the end. Now, as far as movies go, I wasn't expecting a lot from this, but and it is kind of a sci-fi type film, and by sci-fi I mean Sci-Fi Channel. But acting-wise, it was okay. I didn't find it difficult to watch as far as the acting is concerned. Now keep in mind, I'm also part of the group called Schlockaholics, so I let it... I'll let your thoughts decide that. But as far as acting, B-movie wise, not bad. I've seen much worse when it comes to acting. Special effects, much better than I thought. I mean, they're not great. They're not like not like a high praise. But as far as a B-movie's concerned, they are not bad. As far as the writing, it kept me entertained. I enjoyed the movie. It didn't keep my attention 100%, but no movie does that. Well, that's not true. Most movies don't do that. So, I actually thought it was pretty good for a movie of its type. It did what it needed to do. It was a decently entertaining film. And overall, writing-wise, acting-wise, held itself together. Now, finally, the music. Forgettable. I think that's about the best way to describe the music for this film. Otherwise, not too bad of an overall package. So I'm not going to be rating, because I rarely rate these things. I just want to say who this would appeal to. As far as people, it does appeal to me, but I like B-movies. I think anyone who likes B-movies, anyone who likes these type of sci-fi movies, Boa vs. Python, things like that, I think you'll enjoy this. If you are a fan of Cool Duder, I think you will like this as well. I think it's a great film to add to your collection in that case. He's been in much worse movies. He's directed much worse movies than this. So, most definitely worth checking out. Now, getting this is a little bit more difficult, but you can find it. I mean, it's not like a hard to find, it's just hard to find at a good price. I would recommend this over the cut version, but you can find it in multiple ways. And there's a little thing about the back, just so that you've got that. But overall, decent movie for people who like B-movies. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised here. With that being said, this is SeptumSin, and I'll see you on the next First Impressions. Bye-bye.